Hello everyone, I'm Evelyn. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. It's been a little while. We'll get to that. First of all, I want to say thank you to the EA Creator Network for making this video possible by providing me with early access or early access for businesses and hobbies, the new expansion pack, which I believe is coming out on the 6th, but don't quote me on it because I don't know dates. Anyway, so, and also, just in case you wanted to know, I have a creator code with EA. You can see it on the screen right now. If you want to go use it, feel free to. If not, no pressure. So, with that out of the way, let's talk a little bit about this build before we get into ranting about a million other things as per usual. Also, I want to say I'm going to try not to speak too loudly because I'm doing this voiceover a little bit later in the day and I'm pretty sure that my neighbors have gone to sleep. And I don't want to be, you know, that neighbor, because everyone else seems to be in this building, but I don't want to be that person. So anyway, we're just gonna try to keep it like a little bit quiet. So yeah, it's been a little while since the last build, but I was like, I gotta make sure somehow to fit in building a little bit with the new EP because I did get early access to it. And so I've been like fighting to get a minute. I ended up building 2 houses in one day because I think a class was, no, we had like, I took a home study day Monday. Yeah, that's what happened. Because I'm ahead in design because of various things. And so sometimes I, instead of sitting at school learning about Photoshop, I decided not to because I've used Photoshops for 10 years. And so I was a bit lucky and decided to just read a little bit about other design things and then build, essentially. So I built a house, I did my school break, and then I built another house. So I have 2 houses to show you guys because that's what I've had time for. We've also had a group project. It's this one and then another one, a smaller house, and then hopefully next week, I think we got a lighter workload next week. So I'm hoping to be able to, or at least like from Tuesday maybe, I'm not actually sure. I'm not sure. Okay, school is busy. There's a lot going on. I'm trying to juggle everything. I feel like I've gotten into a better I don't want to call it pattern, but like everything is just I'm not as tired now as I was at the start when I had to get up super early because I get up at 6 every day to get to school and I don't feel as tired in the evening. I used to hit like a wall when I came home around 2. I would just be like, okay, my brain is shut off for the rest of the day. It's not like that anymore, so I think I'm ready to like jump back into creating more content for you guys. But I was really fighting to be able to have something for you guys because we've had a group project which took up a lot of my free time. So one of them is this house. It is built for 2 pre-existing Sims in the game, and it was basically like a pottery studio on the ground floor with a shop-ish, and then they have an apartment on the 2nd floor, and I can't remember exactly what the building looked like. I can't remember what the interior looked like, to be honest, which has also cost a little bit of a it made it a little bit of a challenge because I'm not sure exactly what items are needed for small businesses in the game, and so I had to kind of guess my way around it a little bit. I hope I did it, but I haven't play tested it because I've not had the time. But I'll see what I can do before the pack is released, and I'll be uploading this to the gallery for you guys to download if you want it. If you don't, that's no pressure either. You don't have to download my builds. But I'll see if I can play test it a little bit. It is a little bit of a challenge when it comes to like public lots, I want to say. So, but everything upstairs should be fine because I did test it a bit with my with the Sims and stuff. So, but yeah, I hope everything is fine in this one. I do remember that the original house that was on this lot I kind of took inspiration from it, but because with the whole like we have 2 buildings that are connected, 2 semi-terraced houses that are connected then because that's semi-terraced, and then with the whole apartment on the 2nd floor, I do remember there was a staircase leading up to the apartment on the inside of the shop, which I thought was a little, that would make me feel not like there wasn't a door leading to the staircase. It was just a staircase going directly up into the apartment. And I feel like if that was a real life house, I wouldn't have liked that. So even though it's a bit, maybe a little bit unrealistic that there's no staircase indoors, you have to go outside and then up the stairs. It felt better that way. I don't know. I don't like the fact that you can walk directly up into the apartment from the ground floor. Like all the guests. I know that's like you got this one of the features of the game or of the expansion pack is that you can assign rooms like I'm doing right now actually. Just like you can with For Rent, if you have that, you can assign certain rooms to certain apartments. With the businesses and hobbies expansion pack, you can assign certain rooms to the business and then other rooms to employees and then other rooms to like house or whatever it's called. I can't remember. But I can't remember the exact words, but you can. So I realize as the rooms are assigned specifically to the residents or whatever it's called, I just was looking at the staircase being like, no, like, no, there's not even a wall in between, no door that said only personnel or something like that, you know, like those do not enter doors. There was nothing like that. So I really had to take it out, but that's all I remember from the original build. I remember nothing else. So color scheme wise, we're going for our own thing. Everything with I don't think there was a bar, not a bar, but like a barista bar. Coffee bar, yeah, downstairs either before, but now there is because it's right there because it looked nice and we like coffee, so we're gonna go ahead and add one of those. And there's a couple of tables as well that they can sit at and chill with their coffee. And then, you know, because actually I really love these creative spaces that we have as well. I went to one recently completely unrelated to, but it's actually kind of related or not. It's unrelated, but it's relevant, I want to say, because I actually went to a pottery studio like last week and my mom had gotten a gift card for this place called Creative Space, I think, in my city. And she got it 3 years ago and she was going through her gift cards figuring out which ones were too old and stuff, and she found out that this one would run out on the 21st. And she was like, Rosa, we gotta go, come with me. And she's not really like a pottery type of person, but like I will paint on anything kind of person. And so obviously it was, I loved every moment of it. She took a little bit warming up, but then she was completely hooked. We still haven't gotten our mugs, and that is a bit odd. I'm not gonna lie, because we were supposed to get them Tuesday. So I don't know what that's about, but hopefully they'll be ready at some point. Hopefully they didn't ruin all of them, because I painted actually it was a pretty big mug, but it had cherries on it and stuff, and I really like it, and I really want to bring it home. So please do not have broken my cup, my mug. I want my mug. But yeah, it was actually pretty nice. I've also gone to another sort of in the same vein, if you will, place in the city where you make jewelry, and both places have this like cafe aspect to it in common. So you sit there and you're able to order coffee or tea, lemonade, whatever you want to order, basically. I mean, probably no alcohol, but I haven't checked. So there's this cafe aspect to it as well. So it just felt natural to include a coffee bar, basically. And so, you know, even though with the studios that I've been to, you're able to sit there and drink while you're doing your pottery, but Sims are not necessarily the greatest at multitasking. So we added a separate area with a couple of chairs and tables for coffee enjoying or whatever they make with that bar. So, and then I decided, I don't remember either what the landscaping looked like, or landscaping, yeah, let's go with landscaping, looked like with the original house, but I decided to add a parking lot because I felt like it just made sense. There's a lot of parks, no, that's not what I want to say. There's a lot of parking lots around Nordhaven, actually, and so I figured it was just kind of like, because I had some extra space around the lot and I didn't really know what to do about it, because I always find it a little bit awkward doing landscaping on lots that are situated in cities, because like I oftentimes do a lot of like wilder looking landscaping, like random over foliaged kind of landscaping, and it doesn't really suit city life, does it? Like, plants don't really thrive in the city in the same way. So, couldn't really do that. It has to be a little bit more structured and stuff, and I don't know, it just didn't feel right. And so I decided to add a parking lot because that just, it's not plants, it's cars, and it makes sense for the city. There's actually a lot of cars parked around, at least in this area, which is not Gammelvik, but the other one. Iverstad, Eva, it was, I don't know how to pronounce these names because they're not, do not, any Swedish people out there, do not ask me. Okay, I'm not gonna try. Okay, no, don't even, no, I know what you're thinking. You're sitting there thinking, oh, this is fun. Let's make fun of the Danish person. Sweets, no. I know I talk with a potato in my mouth. You don't have to remind me every time. It's fine, okay? At least I don't yodel around. Also, by the way, if either out of context, this sounds very mean, I think, or confusing, but if you are Nordic, you would understand, so just, it's fine. Just ignore it. I'm not being rude to the Swedish people. They give as good as they get, so do not worry about it. It's like a sibling thing, it's fine. But yeah, I can't believe I actually approve of this world because it is inspired mainly by Sweden. And it kind of hurts me. I feel like I'm letting down my country by actually approving of this world. I will say, and I did mention this in my world overview thing that I did. If that's up on the channel, if I've managed to find time to edit it before going. But it feels like in this area of the world, at least in this neighborhood, because there's 2 neighborhoods only, which I'm fine with actually. Like, I'll take the more lots the merrier, I suppose, but there's like 6 or 7 lots per neighborhood here, which feels better than 4. So I don't really mind it that much. And they're also smaller. I know this is a matter of opinion, personal opinions, and I like smaller lots, especially for city surroundings or whatever you want to call this. I don't, is it a city? Town? I don't know. But boat town, I suppose. I don't know. Harbor town? It's fine. But I don't mind the smaller lots. I actually prefer them with these kind of surroundings, because big mansions and this sort of, I mean, you can make apartment buildings, I suppose, like row houses or terraced houses, whatever you want to call them. Townhouses as well is another term we can use. But there's only so many of those that I want to build. Sometimes I just want to build like a block, you know, like sometimes I just want to build a small, cute townhouse and just one of them. No copy paste, no bringing in other households to the same lot, like nothing like that. Sometimes I just want to build a small, cute townhouse. So I appreciate the smaller lots. There's a couple of bigger ones as well that you can build on. So like, there's just fewer of them. But my point was, this neighborhood, it feels like has a little bit less to do, or no, that was phrased completely wrong, and I don't know where I was going with that. It feels like The Sims have a little bit less to do with the surroundings, but don't really, like, whenever I say anything about gameplay, basically just ignore me, because I don't really play the game. I build. If I were to ever, like, I don't know, I just don't play. Like, I build. That's what I like building houses. Playing for me is not as fulfilling as sitting down and actually finishing a house. So it's just what I prefer. I feel like, I don't know why I'm dwelling on this right now, but I got some flack at some point because someone's like, how dare you talk about your opinions on this when you don't play? But like, that's fine because I build. Most of you guys come to me for the builds anyway. It would be weird if I started talking about gameplay. Like, wouldn't that be strange? I feel like that would be weird. I would find it weird. So, but I did notice there wasn't a whole lot of activities to do here, for The Sims at least. To my, like, at least from what I saw, but the game players might be better at spotting it than I am. I just care a lot about interior. you know, that sort of thing. So I will say I enjoy the build buy so far, but I'm looking forward to seeing it be mixed with some of the other packs such as Stream Home Decorator and also Tiny Living, because they are both they're both Scandinavian inspired, so I feel like they would go well together, but we'll see color scheme wise because I'm not really sure about that. The furniture in this pack does have a little bit more of like a rustic feel to it, where the other ones are very on the more mid-century modern kind of inspired style that is classic Scandinavian. This also has it. It just looks a little bit more rustic in some way, like very slightly rustic. Do not think like what's a horse ranch rustic. That's not what I mean. It's like a very slight or very, very tiny little hint of rustic. I don't know how to phrase it. Hopefully you get what I mean. But anyway, we are closing in on the end of this video, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover. If you guys like the build, it won't be up for download just now, but I'll put it up for download as soon as I can. So I'll keep you guys posted on Twitter and also on the community tab, I think, as well. So keep your eyes out for that if you want to download the house. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.